Good morning, student. This is chapter number 8, Cell, the Unit of Life. And I've already made 2 videos in it. This is the video number 3. And in this video, I'll be discussing about the endomembrane system, mitochondria, and plastids. So let us first know what is an endomembrane system. While each of the uh, membranous organelles is distinct in terms of its structures and function. So they are together considered as endomembrane system. An endomembrane system includes endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, and vacuoles. So let us take each one of them separately. The very first, endoplasmic reticulum. We all know that endoplasmic reticulum are tubular structures scattered in the cytoplasm. They also form a connection between nucleus and the cell membrane. There are 2 types of endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum bears ribosomes on its surface, and that's why it's named as rough. You can see in the picture also. And it is also known as RER. RER is involved in protein synthesis and secretion. On the other hand, there are few endoplasmic reticulum which are known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum or SER. Uh, as you know, it's smooth because ribosomes are absent and it is involved in lipid synthesis and steroidal hormones. Next, Golgi apparatus. It was first discovered by Camillo Golgi in 1898 and it's present near the nucleus. It consists of many flat disc-shaped sacs or cisternae sacked parallel to each other. You can see the cisternae in the figure, in the picture, they are stacked over each other. Golgi apparatus performs the function of packaging of material and its transportation. A number of proteins synthesized by ribosomes are modified in the cisternae of the Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is the site for synthesis of glycoproteins and glycoproteins. You can see the Golgi apparatus in the picture. It has 2 phases. One is the cis phase, that is also known as the forming phase, cis phase, and then there is a trans phase too. And from the trans phase to the cis phase, it transports the material. And when it is moving from the trans phase, which is a forming phase, to the cis phase, the materials are synthesized and packaged. Now let's talk about lysosomes. Lysosomes are also known as suicidal bags. You have studied in junior classes. Why it is known as suicidal bags? Because it contains hydrolytic enzymes like lipase, protease, carboxylate, and it is active at acidic pH and it is capable of digesting carbohydrate, protein, lipids, nucleic acids, and if it gets burst, it can digest its own cell too. Then the next endomembrane system is the vacuole. Vacuoles are membrane-bound spaces found in cytoplasm containing water, sap, secretory products. They are bounded by single membrane and the membrane of the vacuole is known as tonoplast. In amoeba, you have studied that they form contractile vacuole and food vacuole. There are 2 types of vacuole in amoeba, contractile vacuole as well as food vacuole. So not only in amoeba, you find these vacuoles in other organisms also. In plants, the number of vacuole is less but bigger in size, but in animals, the number of vacuoles are more but smaller in size. Now, after that, let us start with cell organelles in eukaryotic cell. I'll be discussing 2 organelles, one plastis and another mitochondria. Let me first start with mitochondria. Because mitochondria you have studied in junior classes that it's known as the powerhouse of the cell. Why? Because it produces ATP. It produces cellular energy in the form of ATP. Mitochondria children is a double membrane bound structure with an outer membrane and an inner membrane. And the space between the two outer and the inner membrane There is a space, intermembranous space, and then there is a space inside the inner membrane. The inner membrane forms a number of foldings, which is known as cristae, and it is folded towards the matrix. Both the membranes, the outer and the inner membranes, have large number of enzymes in it. As I told you, mitochondria is also known as the powerhouse of the cell because it produces cellular energy in the form of ATP. The mitochondria also contains a circular DNA, and that's why you call it as an autonomous organism. And it also contains few RNA molecules and the RNA and ribosomes. The ribosomes which are present in the mitochondria are of 70S. Whether the mitochondria is in the eukaryotic cell, but still the ribosome present in the mitochondria is of 70S. Children, the ribosome that is present in the cytoplasm of the eukaryote is of 80S, but that present in the mitochondria of the same eukaryotic cell is of 70S. Now let's start with plastids. Plastids are of three types. They are only and only found in plant cell and not in animal cell. They are chromoplast, chloroplast, and glucoplast. Plastids are the organelles which carry pigments. So there are three types of plastids: chromoplast, chloroplast, and glucoplast. Glucoplast further can be divided as amyloplast, elioplast, and eriloplast depending upon the function. Chloroplast, we are all aware of. They are the green plastid that contains chlorophyll pigment. Chromoplast, colored plastid other than green due to the presence of carotenoid. And leucoplast, colorless plastid that contains no pigment. But as I told you just now, that it is divided into three types depending upon the function. Amyloplast stores carbohydrate like starch. You will find it in potato, rice, wheat, etc. Amyloplast stores protein, and you find it in maize. Elioplast stores fat, and you find it in castor. Let's talk about chloroplast in detail. These are double membrane bound organelles mainly found in the mesophyll cells of the leaf. These are lens-shaped, oval shapes, discoid shape, ribbon shape. Length is 5 to 10 micrometer and width is 2 to 4 micrometer. And the number varies from 1 to 20 to 40 per cell in the mesophyll. If you see to the structure of the chloroplast, it is a double layer membrane, and inside the inner membrane, the inner membrane of the chloroplast is less permeable, and inside the inner membrane there are thylakoids. Thylakoids are ribbon-like flat structures, right? They are thylakoids. You can see this green color. Each is a thylakoid, and these thylakoids are stacked over each other. When these thylakoids are stacked over each other, it is known as grana. And chlorophyll pigment is present inside the thylakoid. The matrix of the chloroplast is known as stroma. Now, with this, we finish this video, and the next video, I'll be talking about the different organelles, more organelles like cilia, flagella, and